Exploring Angola, a journey through history. Angola, a country located on the west coast of southern Africa, is a land of contrasts and diverse landscapes. From its turbulent history to its thriving economy, from its stunning natural beauty to its rich cultural heritage, Angola offers a unique blend of experiences that captivate the imagination. This write-up delves into various aspects of Angola, including its history, economy, tourism, oil and agriculture, and why it should be on your travel bucket list. Angola's history stretches back thousands of years, with archaeological evidence indicating human habitation as far back as the Paleolithic era. The region was home to a variety of Bantu-speaking ethnic groups, each establishing their own powerful kingdoms and societies. Notable among these were the Kingdom of Congo, established around the 14th century, was one of the most prominent pre-colonial states in Angola. It extended across parts of modern-day Angola, Congo and Gabon. The Congo Kingdom was known for its organized governance, complex social hierarchy, and its bustling capital, Mbanza, Congo. It engaged in trade with Portuguese explorers and other European merchants, exchanging goods like ivory, copper and slaves for European goods. The Kingdom of Ndongo, located in what is now the Central Highlands of Angola, was another significant entity. Led by rulers known as Ngolas, the kingdom resisted Portuguese colonization attempts for many years. Queen Nzinga Mbande, one of the most famous figures in Angolan history, played a crucial role in resisting Portuguese encroachment during the 17th century. Her diplomatic and military strategies made her a legendary figure in the fight against colonialism. The arrival of the Portuguese in the late 15th century marked the beginning of a new and often tragic chapter in Angola's history. The Portuguese established a colony in 1575, naming it Angola, after the title of the King of Ndongo, Angola. The Portuguese were primarily interested in exploiting the region's natural resources and establishing a lucrative trade in slaves. Over the next several centuries, Angola became a significant source of slaves for the transatlantic slave trade, profoundly impacting its social and economic fabric. The slave trade had devastating effects on Angola's population and societies. Millions of Angolans were captured and transported across the Atlantic, leading to severe depopulation and the destruction of many local communities. The Portuguese established forts and trading posts along the coast to facilitate the slave trade, including the infamous São Miguel fortress in Luanda, which became a major center for slave trading. Despite the oppressive conditions, local resistance to Portuguese rule persisted. The Imbangala warriors, for example, were known for their fierce resistance against Portuguese forces. Various African kingdoms also sought to maintain their autonomy and resist Portuguese domination through alliances and military campaigns. The mid-20th century saw a wave of anti-colonial movements sweeping across Africa, and Angola was no exception. The fight for independence was led by several nationalist groups, including the Popular Movement for the Liberation of Angola, MPLA, the National Front for the Liberation of Angola, FNLA, and the National Union for the Total Independence of Angola, UNITA. These groups were initially united in their goal of ending Portuguese colonial rule, but later became embroiled in internal conflicts. The struggle for independence was marked by widespread violence and repression. Portuguese forces attempted to suppress the nationalist movements through brutal tactics, leading to significant loss of life and displacement of people. However, the nationalist groups continued their fight, receiving support from various international allies. After a protracted and bloody struggle, Angola finally gained independence from Portugal on November 11, 1975. The MPLA, led by Agostinho Neto, emerged as the dominant political force and declared the establishment of the People's Republic of Angola. However, the newly independent nation was immediately plunged into a civil war as rival factions vied for power. Angola's newfound independence was marred by a brutal civil war that lasted for 27 years, from 1975 to 2002. The conflict was primarily a power struggle between the MPLA, supported by the Soviet Union and Cuba, and UNITA, backed by the United States and South Africa. The war devastated the country, causing immense human suffering and economic hardship. The civil war saw numerous atrocities committed by all sides, including mass killings, forced displacements, and widespread destruction of infrastructure. Millions of Angolans were displaced from their homes, and the country's economy was crippled. Despite the signing of several peace agreements, the fighting continued, fueled by Cold War rivalries and Angola's valuable natural resources, particularly oil and diamonds. The civil war finally ended in 2002 with the signing of the Luanda Accords. Since then, Angola has been on a path of reconstruction and development. The government has focused on rebuilding infrastructure, fostering economic growth, and promoting national reconciliation. Efforts have been made to demobilize former combatants, clear landmines, and address the needs of internally displaced persons. Rebuilding Angola after the civil war has been a monumental task, with significant challenges remaining. The country has made considerable progress in some areas, but continues to face numerous obstacles. One of the primary focuses of post-war Angola has been rebuilding its infrastructure. The war left much of the country's roads, bridges, and public buildings in ruins. Significant investments have been made in repairing and expanding the transportation network, including the construction of new highways, railways, and airports. The rehabilitation of ports, such as the port of Luanda, has also been crucial in facilitating trade and commerce. In urban areas, efforts have been made to improve housing, water supply, and sanitation. The construction of new housing developments, schools, and hospitals has helped address the needs of a growing population. However, rural areas still lag behind in terms of infrastructure development, and access to basic services remains limited in many regions. Angola's economy has historically been heavily dependent on oil, which accounts for a significant portion of its GDP and government revenue. While oil has brought substantial wealth, it has also made the economy vulnerable to fluctuations in global oil prices. To achieve sustainable growth, the government has prioritized economic diversification. Agriculture is seen as a key sector for diversification. With its fertile soil and favorable climate, Angola has the potential to become a major agricultural producer. Initiatives to modernize farming practices, improve irrigation, and provide access to credit are being implemented to boost agricultural productivity. Investments in fisheries, mining, and manufacturing are also part of the broader strategy to reduce dependence on oil. Improving social indicators and human development is a critical goal for Angola. The country has made strides in expanding access to education and healthcare, but challenges remain. Efforts to reduce poverty, enhance social protection, and address gender disparities are ongoing. Education is a priority area, with investments in building and rehabilitating schools, training teachers, and expanding access to quality education. The government has also focused on improving healthcare infrastructure and services, including maternal and child health programs, vaccination campaigns, and the fight against infectious diseases such as malaria and HIV/AIDS. Angola's economy is heavily dependent on its vast natural resources, particularly oil and diamonds. The country is one of Africa's leading oil producers, with oil accounting for over 90% of its exports and a significant portion of its GDP. Major oil reserves are located in the offshore fields of Cabinda and the Lower Congo Basin. The oil industry has attracted substantial foreign investment, contributing to Angola's economic growth. However, the over-reliance on oil has also made the economy vulnerable to fluctuations in global oil prices. Efforts are being made to diversify the economy and reduce its dependence on oil revenues. Discover the allure of Angola, a hidden gem in southern Africa that beckons adventurers and culture enthusiasts alike. This captivating country offers a diverse array of landscapes, a rich cultural tapestry, and a fascinating history that promises to enchant every visitor. Imagine starting your journey in Luanda, the vibrant capital of Angola. This bustling metropolis is a perfect blend of modernity and tradition. Stroll along the marginal promenade, where the Atlantic Ocean's waves lap against the shore, and admire the stunning sunset over the Bay of Luanda. The city's skyline is dotted with modern skyscrapers, but remnants of its colonial past, like the Fortaleza de São Miguel, provide a historical counterpoint. This fortress, built in 1576, offers panoramic views and a deep dive into Angola's history. Angola's natural beauty is nothing short of spectacular. Calandula Falls, one of the largest waterfalls in Africa, is a breathtaking sight. The roaring cascade of water amidst lush greenery is a perfect spot for nature lovers and photographers. For a more serene experience, visit the tranquil beaches of Benguela and Namibe, where crystal-clear waters and golden sands provide a picturesque backdrop for relaxation and water sports. Adventure seekers will find a haven in Angola's diverse landscapes. The country's vast savannas and dense rainforests are home to an array of wildlife, making it an excellent destination for safari enthusiasts. Explore the Kisima National Park, where you can spot elephants, giraffes, and a variety of bird species. The park's conservation efforts have made it a sanctuary for wildlife and a thrilling experience for visitors. For those intrigued by cultural heritage, Angola is a treasure trove. The ancient rock art at Chitundo Hulo, dating back thousands of years, offers a glimpse into the lives of early inhabitants. Angola's music and dance traditions, deeply rooted in African and Portuguese influences, are vibrant and captivating. Experience the rhythms of kizomba and semba, dance styles that originated in Angola and have gained international popularity. Attending a local festival, such as the Carnival in Luanda, immerses you in the country's lively spirit and rich traditions. Culinary enthusiasts will delight in Angola's cuisine, which is a flavorful fusion of African and Portuguese flavors. Savor dishes like mwamba de galinha, a chicken stew rich with palm oil and spices, or enjoy fresh seafood along the coastal regions. The local markets are brimming with exotic fruits, vegetables, and spices, offering a sensory feast and a chance to engage with local vendors. History buffs will be fascinated by Angola's journey from its pre-colonial kingdoms through Portuguese colonization to its independence and beyond. Museums in Luanda, such as the National Museum of Anthropology and the Museum of the Armed Forces, provide insightful exhibits that chronicle this complex history. Angola's warm and welcoming people are perhaps its greatest asset. Their resilience, hospitality, and vibrant culture make every interaction memorable. Whether you're exploring urban centers or remote villages, you'll find a spirit of community and a rich cultural heritage that invites you to learn and share. In conclusion, Angola is a destination that offers something for every traveler. Its stunning natural landscapes, rich cultural experiences, and historical depth create a multifaceted adventure that promises to leave you enchanted. Whether you seek adventure, relaxation, or cultural immersion, Angola awaits with open arms and endless possibilities. Visit Angola and let its untamed beauty and vibrant spirit captivate your soul.